Hi, Cool Cat here, the Cool Cat 320 on Twitch and also on here if you're watching this video. Also, name's Andre O'Rourke, in case you didn't know. I just want to recap what happened, not only just last week, but what's happened kind of throughout this whole year. This whole year, for me, has been a roller coaster of emotions, and I don't know how to best put them. To be fair, just to say off the bat right now, a lot of this is being inspired by someone who I look up to. Was kind of like a entertainment idol, I guess. Jacksepticeye, Sean McLaughlin, and a lot of this has to involve that person, actually, to be honest. And I'm super thankful. I'll get to that in a moment. But I just want to recap a lot of what happened this year, my emotions, my feelings, what has happened, what hasn't happened, into that. So, kind of starting at the beginning of the year, pretty lackluster. I like to think, had a really big bang for January for doing a lot of, streams on Twitch. By the way, you can check me out on Twitch if you want. The Cool Cat 3020, all one word. And I feel like we were doing some consistent stuff and we were on to a good start. And I kept doing this just because I liked doing it. It was a project. I loved doing it. Something creative that I always wanted to do, but I couldn't really find much of the energy or the time. So I kind of just did it as I saw fit, and I tried making a consistent schedule so I can make this to be a dream job. But I don't know if that was something I could do. And I worked myself pretty hard. And with that in mind, I really burned myself out on some occasions. I really let a lot of my emotions really eat at me that didn't need to. We raised a lot of money this year for various charities. Two in particular was Red Nose Day, and the other being News Story for Thankmas, 2021, which was great. Those were the best highlights I probably could have this entire year. Working with another person in particular, Radiscore 96. You can also check her out on Twitch. I'll put the link in the description below. But me and her, we did a 24-hour charity stream, which I've yet to actually fulfill on some of those things that I was going to do. And that's kind of where a lot of the snowballing happened, of dropping the ball where I should be, holding up to my end of the bargain of, I'm going to do this scary game, or I'm going to do hair dyes and stuff like that, and I don't exactly get it right away, or I don't do it, or I don't do that, and it really ate away at me, which probably could have been a better person just by doing that, or at least communicating it to people that I can't do it, or I don't have time, because my schedule was so conflicted. I was so I feel so constricted even now with work, because I'm so dedicated to just making sure I'm doing such a great job of whatever I'm doing that I can't open up to other stuff. I don't usually have my phone out to just, check whatever social medias I have going on, or, I don't engage with a lot of people. This is the most engaging thing I probably have done all of this year. But it's it's hard. Sometimes it's really hard for me to do that. I thought it'd be easy if I were to just take the one job I had and throw it away so that I can have more time, or in an ideal world think I had more time to do stuff, and I couldn't. I told you guys about me working on GameStop and how that all went. That was a huge factor of how to deal with stress. A huge challenge of how do I deal with stress. And I could, for the life of me, could not deal with it. And I thought I could. And I was going so far as to drive like an hour each way to get to work, and it was trust me, the environment was cool because it will dictate what happened, but I couldn't do it for the commute, and I was spending way too much time. Sometimes as much as, 70 hour work weeks. Couldn't make that happen. So, and which then ended up in the time of doing streaming. Throughout this time this year, middle of the year, in July, we me and my friends, buds for like 10 years, best friends, people who have graduated from high school or went to the same high school, our lease was up and we all went separate ways, and that was a really emotional thing for me because it didn't end on the best of terms, but I still love them. Not that they did anything wrong for me or anything else. It's just, I think it was just a matter of the times. And I think since then, I haven't really reached out. I haven't reached out to anyone really. Usually when it's, I've got something on my mental, I don't know how to handle it. I just try to bury it within myself. And that's where a lot of the stress comes into play. I really want to succeed. So when I'm not succeeding, I bury that inside and I can't do anything. So, but I'm trying to be better. I really am. If you guys know Sans, my fiance, and if you don't know, and that's probably an odd statement or an odd thing to hear, but she's been around helping me as best she can with anything that's been going on. And with a lot that happened this year, I'm going to do what I can to finally get some, not only the physical checkup and health that I need, but also the mental health, because I've been trying to bury this so long and thinking that I can handle it. I'm the strongest person I can be and mentally, and I don't ever need to go to a counselor or a therapist or anything. And it's not the case. Be the strongest person in the world, you'll still need help, especially when it comes to your mental health. So I have a lot that I've dealt with in my past that a few know, and I won't go into it now, but a lot of it opened up. I realized on Christmas that I hadn't really challenged or really cleared up before. So I ended up reliving a lot of that, and really this past week really deep in the emotions, not knowing how to get out of it. And then the other thing that happened this year too, which to some will think is crazy, to most will think is crazy, again with my mental is whack as it is, I did something that I haven't done in 20 years, and that was actually seeing my own mother in person. And there's stories that kind of go with that. And when I went, there was no animosity, there was no, hate. It's just, I, as someone who can't always think of, keeping up with a connection, I sometimes lose sight of it. And I've got other stuff behind that too. So as big as a revelation as that is, it's there's more to that story. Back into the gaming and such, I was very scatterbrained, almost clout chasing with a lot of the games that I did play. Tekken was a really great thing because I loved Tekken. I still love Tekken. But I know I played a lot of it just because I knew I got rated one time by a big group. And the few indie games that did come out, Skull the Hero Slayer had come out, Loop Hero. I know I played those for a bit, and Loop Hero was something I could not get into, and I dropped, and I was very inconsistent on what I did play on a different basis. I know one thing I was very consistent and dedicated was Knockout City, and I love that game. Love that game. Love just throwing dodgeballs at people. And I moved during this whole process in July to my now fiance's parents' house and her basement with her for a couple months rather. And the internet connection wasn't exactly there to actually do any uploads, so a lot of the stuff was just kind of left to the wayside. Did a huge hiatus, which kind of sucked because I really wanted to get back into it, knowing that I had kind of a schedule to do it, but it never really came to fruition. And it was just a lot of hiccups along the way that made it not possible to do the streaming reliably. That even went further after into this year. Me and Sans actually got engaged, and within 24 hours we bought a house, and we got the house and we were doing the renovations, and I tried getting internet set up, and it wasn't until earlier this month that in December that we didn't have internet. And to not have internet, like, is a huge thing when you're trying to stream. I remember trying to use my hotspot on my phone to do it, and it was I have 15 gigs a month to use it. And the first day that I tried doing it, thinking it would be a thing to just get me by, was like, oh, use 10 of your gigs for the month. So couldn't do that. That there, we got everything figured out. Left GameStop, went to another job that I'm currently in now, and just been doing training and having a lot of my weekends available to do that, and trying to now, at this point, make a consistent schedule so that you guys can watch and we can build a community to do things. which has been really tough. But I know with Thankmas this year, it was a huge undertaking. Let me explain. So, because of the internet that we didn't have, it made it difficult for me to decide if we were going to even be a part of Thankmas. And at the time, I had more or less slid back into a different position. There was this contest slash, contest, I guess to say, called Last Gamer Standing. It was a donation-driven contest that people can donate money on your behalf to get you votes to get you into the next stage. And if you had more votes than whoever in your group, you advance to the next stage, and so on and so forth. I was so convinced that I wasn't going to be able to do Thankmas that I leaned more of my attention towards that, because I wanted to, one, get the prize money to help with the streaming and what we do here, if I can do anything. And I told myself, well, if we won, we could take that prize money, we could put it towards, some of that towards myself, the house, and Thankmas charity, because I didn't know at the time. But I ended up losing. I was in training in a different state in Wisconsin, and they got the internet that week. And the week I came back was the 10th, December 10th. So I had to get everything set up for my overlays, and everything else, and my moderators, and people from the International Council were able to kind of get together and help out and just like spread the word, and stuck around with me, which I'm very thankful for, because I am not the best content creator here on Twitch, on YouTube, but I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can with what I have. I feel like I don't have much. I don't have the knowledge or the background of doing this. Like, I keep looking at these idols like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and thinking, man, I could be like them. I want to be like them now. I want to, and there's probably the fan in me that wants me to do that, but it's tough. It's tough to, I want the success because I want this to be a thing where I can just sit at home and do this, tend to things at home, and be able to entertain you guys in any capacity. If it's me just sitting here reminiscing about a year in review, or playing whatever game you think I might enjoy, to having me dance around on a screen while you guys give me money, which I still find that weird and awkward, and I don't usually reciprocate that in the best way. I appreciate it. I really do. I don't know if it ever comes off as not genuine or not as appreciative of what you guys do of me for the Twitch channel, or even for YouTube, or for the follows on Twitter. It's amazing. One day I was already in an emotional state, and this person who I follow, or I'm subscribed to on YouTube, It's Just Mars, I'll put her channel down below. One of her videos, and we're both, she's much bigger than I am, I will say that, in that regard, of YouTube. I'm not much, but she started one of her videos by mentioning me and shouting me out, not asking for my permission, not that you don't need my permission, but it's like, just did it out of the kindness of her heart. and loved it. Loved doing that part, and I just she gave me such an intro to, with her video with me as a shout out. I cried. Just because I couldn't bear to I just couldn't think like, oh wow, someone's actually shouting me out, you know? It's weird. You know? Or I'm getting rated by big people, by, you know, people who play Tekken. Or, you know, even what happened this year. That's so bizarre that it happened weeks ago. Like, that happened literally damn near almost 3 weeks ago now. Where, you know, I had that big donation for Thankmas. And I think that was... I feel terrible. Because I think that was on behalf of Tiltify or Sean or Mark. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You know, because Jack had it on his channel of having me be on there. I'm just sitting there plugging away, trying to play DVD. Dead by Daylight, to some who don't know. And I was not really feeling it. I was like there, but not really going for it. I mean, it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. DVD is an amazing game. I just didn't think that someone would look at me and be like, oh, this guy plays DVD, huh? Oh, one of those guys, you know? And I kind of watched the video, and, you know, it looked like I was boring. I was being bored because I was tired, and most of that came from just being tired, because what the hell was I doing during a 36-hour stream with only 4 hours of prep time of nap? You know, that's how much I had to work with. And, you know, no one ever comes to you and goes, hey, we're gonna have people come to your stream today, and you're gonna be featured. You know, so one thing I gotta keep in mind is to try to always be upbeat. You know, in case someone is there, then I can just be like, hey, how's it going? How are you doing? Because I know sometimes I drop into this, like, low power state, and I'm not the best person. But that's okay. I'm here to be better. I'm not here to be the best. I'm not gonna be here for perfection, you know. I've got a lot on my mental, a lot of things that have happened this year, a lot of great things have happened, things that I know I need to improve on. So I'm going to work on what I can to be better at entertaining, you know. And who knows, maybe I'm not a good entertainer. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I just see it as an idea and I think I could do it too, but maybe I'm not good. But I have to at least give it a decent shot. I'm gonna try it. And maybe it's my mental telling me that you're not good enough. You're not good enough, and everybody else will look at me as like, you're actually doing pretty damn good for yourself, and it's tough. It's really tough to see that some days. Even now. Like, as I'm sitting in this chair recording this, you know, I've just been sitting here pressing the same button to make the same song loop. Check the rest of the video and notice how every time the music changes or the song repeats without actually ending in entirety. So I'm going to do what I can to have my resolutions. Try to have a consistent schedule for some kind of content creation, whether it be for YouTube or for Twitch. I'm an affiliate on Twitch, so it's probably going to be through there. I'm going to do what I can to be more social, you know, at least on Twitter, at least on Discord, and maybe on Facebook. You know, I like Facebook because it's what was first given to me in high school as our first form of socials, and I tried managing Even that, I got a bunch of friends on there, but I don't really talk or hang out. I'm just, hey, there's this thing I need you to look at. Click it, donate money. You know, it's just, it's tough. It's tough to just be funny. You know, I can't think of good, you know, posts or tweets half the time. And when I do, it's, you know, that's there. So, so yeah, we're gonna try to be better. We're gonna try to do something that's a little bit more to our flavor, to our roots. You know, we haven't. I mean, I love Magic for what it is. Like, I love anything card mechanic wise. If you guys haven't noticed with like Slay the Spire or even Inscription that I've been playing, I love things with cards. Like, I love that style of gameplay. Love tabletops. I love that stuff. I just can't find myself to get time. So I want to do something in that regards, whether it be making some content related to that, like Magic Online or Arena, IRL Magic with friends. I want to do something like that, or something D&D related. Being my other moderator, Shade 13 Lord, he used to DM. He was actually my DM for many a year, you know, and then that stopped. Maybe because I wasn't the best player. Or the most annoying player. But, you know, we got to get back to the roots. We got to know what do I like to do and what do I want to do. You know, clout chasing, just, oh, this is a new game, I should play it, isn't really going to be for me. You know, because I did that a little bit, and that had been the first year of streaming and content creation for like Doom and Final Fantasy VII Remake and stuff like that, but, you know, didn't really do well there. And then I want to do... So I'm going to try to just be better with my communication. I'm going to do more content that's related to what I like, my interest, and try to create a fan base based on that. I mean, I've definitely got some games that I've been wanting to play, but I haven't really played because I'm afraid of nobody liking them. But I can't be afraid. I gotta just do I gotta do my thing. You know, I will make the content for you guys. Go about that. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. Actually, realize this is much longer than I probably intended. But I'm gonna keep it unedited because I don't have an editor, and that kind of goes to the third part. I want to get some kind of like editing, like information, teachings, anything, so I can make these YouTube videos and not have them be so long. God, I suck. But it all depends too on how much time I have or what time I can allow myself to have. So, and you know, kind of the fourth thing is, you know, to try to have fun and hopefully be more interactive in Twitch streams, because I'm not the best. I mean, I myself am more focused on the game than I am in chat most days, you know, and I wish that wasn't my weakness, but it is. It's not the best, but I'll try to be better with that. Overall, I'm going to try to be better. I'm going to have 2022 be a good year. Oh, fourth, fifth, don't matter. Is focus on my mental health, because I need it, you know. And Whether it be that once I get set up and then I have to take a break, I'll do that. And I'll do what I can to communicate with you guys, unless it's something dire and I can't communicate right away. But I'll do what I can. We'll do what we can to make sure everybody knows. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I guess if Sean McLaughlin or Jacksepticeye watches this, thank you. Thank you so much for what you do. You brought so many people together to make the project as big as it was. Just, you brought out so many people together to make it work. And I watched your videos recently and of your end of year recap and everything else, and you mentioned that some people dropped the ball of not hanging out and not helping, so you could have hit that 10 mil. But honestly, you could have literally just done a house and, you know, for 10K we would have been more on board. We would have been so ecstatic anyway, you know, to help out as much as we can, you know. The event itself not only raised money for a good cause, but it literally helped connect with people who are also just kind of in like mind. And I say that because there's one group in particular, shout out to the Smoking Dragons, who literally made the entire month be for Thankmas and made content for that to so many different degrees that I wish I could do. And I'll put their link in the description as well for Twitch. But they are amazing, and I'm glad that Thankmas helped me find people like that who are like-minded to helping others. You know, we're all small streamers in someone's mind, or big streamers in someone's mind, but the fact that you, Jack, can bring everybody together so that we can make these dreams happen is a miracle and a feat in itself. So you might think it's a bummer that you didn't hit 10 mil, and understandably, I wish I could hand over, you know, a K over, you know, but I'm poor boy doing small time streamer stuff here in Minnesota, which I'm going to try to be better. But still, badass job. I mean, you didn't need my approval, but you knew that. Anyway, I think I'm done moping, reminiscing, BSing. Thank you again, everybody who has still stayed by my side, supported me, helped me in all capacities. I appreciate it. You have no idea. Like, some of you, once I see you, I'll give you big bear hugs. Some of you already know that. You know. But so yeah. Thank you. Love you all. You're all the best. And yeah. I hope you and everybody else around you, whoever you're nearby, or whoever, you know, it might be shitty for others to know that you might have not the best scenario, but you can at least try to be better. We can all try to be better. And I think that's what I'm going to do next year, into 2022. Hoping that all goes well. But I hope yours goes better. And if it was awesome, let it stay awesome. If it wasn't, then it can only go up. But I love you all. I hope all goes well with whatever endeavors you have, even with my own. I'll do what I can to update. I'll probably make an update video to this in 3 months or 6 months or 9 months. Who knows? Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't make a video tomorrow about my update status. But I love you all. Hope you're all staying safe with everything going on in the world. As always, I'm the Cool Cat 3020, and stay cool out there.